New at 6, we're exploring a different side to the impact of coastal flooding. During times of high tide and standing water, we can directly see that flooding in urban pockets of Hampton Roads like Norfolk and Virginia Beach.
Well, tonight, Alex Littlehales looks into how those challenges affect a different population of coastal Virginia and what resiliency looks like ahead.
Some people have a special connection with the water.
I've fishing, I've crabbed, oyster, you name it on the water, I've done it. Me, I'm 83 years old.
It's why retired waterman
All my life. All your life? Born and raised here.
Kenny Mann will always call the Guinea community of Gloucester-County his home.
Oh yeah, no, I love it there. I love Guinea.
That special connection may also be the biggest challenge about the place he loves so much. The first floor of Kenny's house isn't at the ground level.
My house right now is 8 foot 4 inches in the air.
The flood surge from Hurricane Isabel in 2003 forced Kenny to raise his home against the threat of future storms.
When Isabel hit here, I had 19 inches of water in the house.
His front yard regularly reminds him of the water's closeness.
Well, I've had it in the yard here. See that little kettle right there? I've seen it to the top of that kettle.
Now, Kenny's house serves as a standing reminder of the coastal challenges burdening Virginia's more rural communities.
Impacts kind of fewer people and it's less visible on a big scale.
Data from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration shows
anyone who's lived on their property since 1970 has actually seen the water come up 8 inches. And it's been rising that entire time. It's been rising faster, though, in the recent history. The high years are higher than they used to be, and the low years are higher than they used to be.
But with a population density roughly 1/3 of more urban areas like Norfolk, flooding is felt much differently in places like Guinea. It lays on the right side of what's called the Suffolk Scarp, an elevation terrace that positions the area even closer to sea level. Over time, the rising tide cuts deeper and deeper into the land.
The hours of flooding have increased dramatically. Not that flood events are necessarily longer, but that you're just getting a lot more. So that movement across the landscape is going to be faster.
Molly Mitchell, ecologist with the Virginia Institute of Marine Sciences, says the sea level rise here is taking a toll on the unique environment of the area.
There's also what they call ghost forests. So these are areas where you have forest along the back edge of the marsh, and as the marsh migrates inland, you can see there are dead trees.
There are a lot of places you can walk back in the woods here and see old corn rows. You can still see the rows in the woods.
Wetlands expert and Guinea resident Walter Priest adds sea level rise is changing the area's agricultural layout as the moving marsh line disrupts Guinea's old farmlands.
Some of those areas are starting to get inundated to the point where they can no longer grow crops on them. And what is a combination of the actual flooding and then the salt residue that is left in the soil.
And this type of risk bears a financial burden, too. According to data obtained from the Virginia Department of Emergency Management, the county has elevated roughly 50 homes in areas like Guinea through grants to protect against the threat of future storms.
You know, you can elevate a house, and so you can make sure the house isn't going to flood inside anymore. But your septic system still is in the ground. Electricity might run through pipes that are in the ground.
Despite a changing tide, communities like Guinea are holding on to their connection to the water.
You hear people say the water's awful dangerous. Oh yes, it's dangerous, but it can be friendly to you too.
In Gloucester County, Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.